Hello! Well, here we are, starting a stream, first one in a week, so good time to get going. So if you were ever wondering about all the iron we might be using on this server, well, here we are, crafting it into blocks at the Iron Titan. We will get a closer look in a little bit once I am done here. I'm just doing one set of crafting before we get really going. This is not what I intend to do all day, because looking at this crafting screen is boring. But we will finish this, and then we're going to go off to a ocean monument. The ocean monument was what last stream was about. We were finding sponges to dry it out. Well, we've mostly dried it out, which is a good thing. I need a little more iron for this. However, mostly is not entirely. So we will need to finish the job, which is actually to take the monument itself and start dismantling it. It'd be an interesting task. Just finishing up here, this is just tossing the iron blocks into the system. I'll need one more set for myself, just as placey blocks in case we need to place a block quickly. And then we are done here. Oops. But hopefully the ocean monument will be interesting. Besides that, I need more wither skelly skulls, so we might be spending some time hunting down wither skellies. And we can always investigate other things going on the server. I'm hoping to start making this stream roughly weekly. Probably Tuesday nights works well. This is the stream on this server. There are a few other things I want to stream, but they require a little more preparation first. Okay, well that's all my stuff back. I forgot to put the chests back. That's easy enough. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And those will start refilling. Yeah, so up there is our iron farm. You usually can see they get killed right here. And off our blocks go into storage. And since this whole bank is now full, we're slowly starting to fill this storage. Okay. I am as good prepared for today as I'm going to be, which is probably not very prepared, but you know, the beer is poured next to me, so we're not doing too bad. Had a nice incident. I angered the pigmen the other day. Took me multiple gaming sessions before they finally stopped chasing me. But they seem happy now. By the way, do let me know if there's any audio problems. Me too soft, game too loud. All this should be adjustable. So here we are. I hope to put a base eventually in this mountain. We're not very far along on that endeavor yet. We just have some quick chests and a bed in emergency. Down here, I'm hoping for a couple things. This space, and this is about as far as I can go without breaking into ocean again. And I don't think I want to this close to the surface. Yeah. But this space is probably going to be where the Guardian Farm eventually puts its items, and we'll have to decorate it for such. And a storage room for myself, probably another level down. And this is to mining level y equals 12. So I have a little bit down to go. We very quickly go out into ocean, which is problematic, but I probably will have some underwater bridges, if that makes sense, heading off to the farm area here. allowing me to use some of this space as an extension of my base, and hopefully with only needing to dry out some tunnels and not this monster, to which I have to thank my brother. He did about 2/3 of the drying out work. He may be joining us in stream later. But here we are. It has been exposed. But we still have the temple there, and it's still full of guardians. Should be interesting trying to remove it. Be interesting if we find a hidden sponge room or anything. I didn't have a furnace down there yet, did I? I can bring one over. No, I just put a couple of chests to start filling. Probably should bring another ender chest over, so I don't have to go up into the one in there all the time. Yes, I could have been more prepared. I got a little distracted, so this is actually just me logging on for the day. But we're okay. Let's see. Well, I don't need one with coal, but I'm going to need the coal. Oops. And ideally, the charcoal, because it's a little more plentiful. There we go. That goes back there. Okay. What else? I could use some of those. I think that'll be enough for this. If not, I'll come back and get more. Hello. Welcome to the stream. And into the pit we go. Could have brought wood down here. Anyway, we'll get it when we need it. So basically, I'm going to want a guardian farm in here. And it won't take the full space. It'll be something smaller. But it'll need some large tanks. And probably at least one of the tanks going to end up where I'm standing. Thus, removing this is all ideal. If we want to make a museum of a monument, we have a bunch of others on the server, so this one is intended for my farm. So Featherlight here is my Silk Touch pick, meaning we can safely remove the sea lanterns. By the way, the reason we're going to want more wither skellies later, if we get tired of working on this, is I need at least jump boost in this area. If not, you know, especially if I'm digging out that, I might also want increased digging efficiency. But this should be fairly shallow. Meaning, I think we can just place the sponges in. Oops. What source is still? Well, that was inefficient. Well, actually, I don't know. The other trick is to partition it all off, and that always takes time. Some parts of this we will need to do that, but here I managed not to. The one question while we're doing this is, will we find a sponge room? Because there was none originally in this monument. We did find sponge rooms elsewhere on the server. But there was a few boring days where all we were doing was partitioning off this whole space and diving down to clear it out. Okay. Oops. An interesting spot. Didn't expect to see an opening here. That was not needed. It's just 2 blocks like that. I can just place something in it to get back out. When you go far, far down where you're worried about it. But this is going to be a big project. Not just the dismantling, but building something new, and just building the base, whatever I intend. Apparently my brother fell off a high place. Live on stream. That's always good. I know he's working on setting up a gold farm for our server. Oops, back. So he may be working high above the nether in the void space there. Let's see. More torches. Unfortunately, not a very constructive video. Much more destruction. We should have eventually some large redstone videos when we start building out our theme park. Not exactly sure what we're going to have for all the themes there. Or the attractions, I should say. Starting to think an efficiency 5 pick would be super helpful. Not efficiency 5 pick, I have that. A haste 2 beacon. Welcome whoever just joined the stream. But I have to say, in vanilla Minecraft, trying to get the ocean out of spaces like this has to be some of the most grindy things you can be doing. Is why I do have to thank my brother. If it wasn't for him doing such, this would be 2 weeks later. What's there? Your fall? Well, maybe we'll go check that out later. Surprised no one is trying to electrocute me through the hole to the water there. But I'm not sure. Ooh, there we go. I don't really have a way out, do I? Okay, now I have a way out. So, one level done. 1, 2, 3, 4 levels to go? Something like that. These builds are not small. And as small as it might look when you're trying to drain this in 5x5 squares, it looks even less small. Okay. There's the execution team. Away with all of you. Or how I want to go about this. I know you can't see anything when I'm under there, but except for me getting, you know, attacked. That you should see just fine. Should have more placey block. I think what I want to do is level out this floor for now. So I can drain it properly. And with less commentary from my visiting friends here, who are apparently stuck in their AI to go down. But that's their problem. Hello. And then I should at least be able to do this little space. Okay. I'd have to do more work to do some of these other spaces. Die. Die, 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 die. Yeah, not too bad. Or when I put the gravel there, but whatever. Many little sections hidden. I sorta knew to expect that, but I wasn't really expecting it. I don't know what to say. This is going to be annoying. Which way was my chest? That way was my chest. Jump. Cards, crystals, sea lanterns. At least we'll get many sea lanterns, even while we're just setting up the farm. Always useful. Other stuff in my inventory. I was obviously attacking some pigmen. And I think the slabs were supposed to stay in the nether, but they didn't. Yeah. Hint, don't fall. Don't attack me, you silly. Ah! There's a hole there. Okay. Sorry about that. Didn't expect to find myself underwater. I think that one's still dry. This level's larger than I thought. Yeah, you know, they don't like being out of water. They do it just fine. They won't, you know, they can't, unlike squids, they will not die from being out of water. They just don't like it. Anyway, here we go. I think that finishes the floor. Maybe we should just start clearing a bunch of the inside. I mean, there'll be pockets we're still stuck with. Hello. Having a little party down here. The advantage of using the bow is I don't get their rebound attack. Hit it up. Yeah, this floor is much bigger than I thought. It keeps going and going. Wait. Energizer. You can't see, don't worry. Neither can I. Well, I can see this laser beam aimed at me. That I see just fine. I need a few more sponges, apparently. For that, I think we have to collect the ones we've already placed down here. Yeah, so it's like I opened up the real floor and then I find really twice as big. Interesting. My sponge is on the ground. I feel even here we're missing something. Overall, it's quite a maze. Quite impressive given how much they, well, how little space they have to put it in. Let's see. Need to dry those out. Add this back into the collection. You can see they're waiting for me. I almost feel like I missed a room over here, though. Oh, that's just what we're drying out right now. See much interesting that way. Except for him trying to come up. Okay, hopefully these are now dry. Need a better furnace. Somehow, this whole project makes that iron farm look simple. Didn't realize I sprung a leak. Guess I snuck in to look at something. Something. Not sure what something. Oh, that's under the farm. That's right. At some point, another fun task here, although it should be fairly simple, particularly if we get a beacon in the area, is I need to level all this out. Well, I need to do two things. I need a marker showing this level here, which is the real bottom of the farm. Because the tanks for the farm should not actually go lower than this. You know, they can go up to like 1 below sea level, but they should not be lower than this level. So from like 1 below the top there to here can be a tank, where the guardians will spawn in. They spawn much quicker if it's covered, meaning they spawn much more inside the temple here. Hold on a second, everyone. Okay, everyone. Well, my brother will probably be joining in the stream shortly. We're running into some technical difficulties with Chrome. But, I'll be back in about 30 seconds, hopefully, with this figured out. Shouldn't be much of an issue. Okay, and back we are. Hopefully my brother is in with us.
Hello?
Seem to be here. Maybe a little too loud. Try again.
Hello?
Ah, perfect. Oh, the lines look perfect. People actually watching will need to tell us if something is horribly wrong. But hopefully, since I find my game window again, we are both in the game. Don't know where you physically are.
I'm over the bedrock building a a bridge to nowhere.
Well, we can go watch A Bridge to Nowhere. You've already fallen to your doom twice there while I've been streaming.
I would suggest not taking the train yet. You can take the train up to bedrock. I wouldn't take the train that I've built over bedrock.
On top of it. Okay.
Because, apparently it's a powered rail that goes to nothing. And by nothing, I mean
You mean a long,
steep.
long fall.
Yes. So, what have you been working on? I have the stream open now, but you're walking away.
I removed the top layer of this ocean monument.
Nice.
And I started drying out the layer below here. And I'm finding that there's many small pockets. I sort of knew there was many small pockets, but I sort of didn't realize exactly how many small pockets. So,
Mention that we spent the better part of last week.
yes.
It's work week.
My
getting
last
this
stream was a
far.
week ago where we actually found the sponge rooms.
Spent a week using sponges. It was
Not fun. I have to say, not fun. But I do have to thank you. It would have been 3 weeks if it was just me.
at least kept
I would
looking over.
probably have a stream today, but it'd probably be something else.
At least kept walking over and saying, "What are you doing with that?" And she asked it first, and then a week later she was like, "Isn't it boring doing the same thing? I mean, I know I don't understand this game."
And the idea was I'd do a little bit of that now for this, and then I was probably going to head off and like kill some weather skellies, because one thing I am going to need, I think even for this really, is the haste beacon. Because this is, though, well, at least compared to the insta break you get used to.
I'm still not still don't have a good idea how to make a train ride unspawnable in the Nether when you need to go up and down the same rail.
Why do we have to go down that rail?
'Cause it also needs to go about 200 out.
We have to go out.
Oh, I guess it doesn't have to go 200 out, but a rail going up 200 to 240 is still.
And why
severe.
aren't we just using that other trick? So I can just I mean, eventually we will need to go out, because I'll want to do some other project up there. And you know I'm going to be lazy and use the way through already set up.
Mhm.
Unless they really break that in 1.9, in which case we'll probably decide to punch a hole in native and...
Oh, also if you look at that, the top of my thing is not very clean right now. The minecarts are set up so that you can just go straight up, but it's not the prettiest thing. I don't know, I kind of like, since we didn't have any space constraints, I like the idea of a train just going straight up into nowhere. I like the visual aesthetic of that.
Well, I'm just thinking you're going to have a lot easier time with the train going up, which we can do some stuff with slabs, and just dropping back down. Both you and the cart. If you're out, that means you're going to drop down to the bedrock. I need a cart to transport you back.
Fine. I can work on that after I'm done.
Yeah.
With this, I thought that you had said before that it would be a good idea to have it just nowhere near anything
Well,
you're doing in the Nether, which it is at this point.
but even where it is, we have nothing in the Nether.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you mean the 2 beacons here. The thing is if I wanted to make, say, a different design for testing or something, I would need to be effectively a render distance away to make sure I did not impact, you know, the other builds. But it wouldn't be a problem, because, you know, it's only loaded when we're...
Finished up that path that the stream is currently on. It's a few seconds behind you, but I finished up the path to the upward shaft.
I mean, I know where I am. I can see the stream chat, so anyone who is chatting, I will see it. I see 2 people watching. Neither are myself, but one is presumably you. And...
You having trouble with the elevator?
Not when I actually use it. I'm looking at what you did.
Ah.
And I get a cart back Did you get a collection set up?
Yep, yeah. If you
Just
look at it
not-
underneath, there's it's all boxed in, so guests
Ah.
can't get at it. But it's
So if I drop the cart, will it get recycled or will it just sit on the slime block till it despawns?
if you I've just been throwing them down. But the thing that's annoying me is that it's not consistent. I don't know enough about
What do you
mine
mean?
carts. Sometimes it does magically go down the hole.
Oh, no. We'll
itself.
have to collect them in a hopper and spit them out. We probably have to redesign here a little bit. I don't
The
know.
top is not designed at all to be accurate. I didn't know what to do up here, so I just left it.
Out.
This is the train you shouldn't take. It's
Yeah.
working.
The
but
only
please don't.
problem here is we... Whoops. Yes, no, you want to do on a cactus like this, and then you just need an auto dispenser to spit it into the downward path there.
Okay. And what I can do coming back is just feed into... I can make that work right.
The only thing I'm
Stairs.
concerned here is we really want to minimize or remove spawnable spaces,
Yeah, this is just...
meaning the station is...
I have not gone through and made sure things aren't spawnable yet. Still trying to just get the basics working.
And this is a long way up.
So it goes up to y equal 240. And it stops abruptly, so...
So
If
I'll
it
run
is-
off the edge and add myself to the...
My new super special awesome diving board onto nothing.
Okay.
The stairs are to make the rest of this construction project easier. More than anything. They're also non-spawnable, but a lot
Oh,
more to make it.
I'm
Just draw it
hearing
down.
the ghast underneath. I took the dye via Pearl, not via Splat.
None of my...
No, what you could do is just have a normal drop there, I guess, and a cart running on the bedrock with the glass cover. Actually, the glass cover's not needed. Bedrock's not spawnable.
No, the only problem here was that we wanted to go up. Because I don't understand necessarily why, but it suggests building the donut at 2.
Because
Like
you
it's
want
only-
no spawning in your, things spawn in any loaded chunk. However, if it's more than 128 blocks from a player, it instantly despawns. So you want anything that's not on the platform with you to instantly despawn.
And I guess my powered rails on bedrock would be more interesting.
Could put a torch right next to them. Oh, that's nice looking. Works.
Or that. That also works.
Method B, and this would be painful, is a torch on the bedrock underneath it.
If that dark oak trick still worked, that would be easier. But
The dark oak trick still worked. You would just elevate yourself where you were. As I said, there's nothing stopping you from just spiraling here or just making this go up higher. And if you do want to get out here, you get out here. I think where you are, you're just over the witch farm area, which is nothing really, So your only concern is trying to get away. Ideally you're at a spawn distance of the people below. So aggro pigmen are also not a problem once you leave.
Yep.
Since the ones up here should not aggro the ones down below. No, the dark oak trick is been 1.8.3, we're 1.8.7.
I thought you bumped the server to 0.8. But okay, I guess that was just our comments. I thought you had bumped the servers to 0.8, but I guess that's just our...
No. Piant is... I've been meaning to. I have to apply my patch, and I also want to apply a patch to stop Enderman griefing, because I'd rather do that via server mod than having a spamming command block putting barrier blocks in their hands. That seems more laggy. Not that we can't handle it, but we can handle more of something else if we don't. You know that trick?
Now all the spawnable surfaces are...
Well, these are spawnable.
Necessary. Everything spawnable is actually part of this build.
I don't know, you could put a couple of slabs on top of those hoppers. Fine. I don't see why that would, adversely,
And it does usually hit this hopper, right?
Oh, it always goes into that hopper. The only reason I usually have a hopper exposed is so I can click on one and shift-click, carts
yeah, that's
in.
true. But you can still do that from the side right now.
But I'm assuming we're able to do that, or when you're tossing, less likely to hit the cactus. Yeah, it's part to nowhere. We have lots of pigmen going through portals lately.
Four here.
I saw 3, so one more visited you.
I noticed the fourth one.
I mean, they have to be... Actually, that's odd. Why would the pigmen be there? Because this portal goes elsewhere, last time I checked. So it's not you just being in the nether and them walking through. Those have to be overworld spawns. Which happen, but 4 of them? That part of the overworld's not loaded that much. This is obviously our...
It's been loaded every time it's been loaded a lot while I've been doing this.
You've been going through?
Well,
that part of the overworld should not be loaded.
I've been going up fairly often. It's loaded briefly every time I come down.
Yeah. It's like they're spawning and taking a step away. I mean, if they spawned on your platform up above, that makes sense. No, the idea is to get all... The reason you want it so high above the nether is to get all the nether spawning spaces out of your way. Have the buffs now. I hate when you do that before you get the buff. That's why they've been angry at me,
Alright, so I just need to empty my inventories from the stuff for this project.
Maybe we can meet up at Fortress number 2. I would rather be killing things than killing a pick. Anyway, we could use boosts there.
I'm pretty much out of gold now after doing that. I've got 3 ingots right now.
Well, we can make it more interesting and just be killing pigmen too in the fortress without the buff. It does make such things more interesting.
That does mean that the gold farm is of interest to me even more now than when I started making it or started doing the setup for it.
I mean, I just got 2 stacks of nuggets dealing with angry piggies. Remember I said I couldn't get them to de-aggro? Well, it did take a bit, and they were still aggro when I came back 2 days later, so,
How do you what's difficulty set? That's not
Normal.
something I get. I mean, how does it get? Is that
Uh,
a setting when you make the server? Make the
I
world?
mean, in single player, you do it through the settings menu. You see it there. But you can
There's
do it
also a
while setting
local.
up the server. You can also do it through commands.
There's also a local difficulty. Does that
I
change from
don't know
station
the
to
details of that. It's supposed to be roughly related to time, which is why I did not want to set the days back to 0 every time we go into a bed.
Mhm.
And thus why I accelerate the night and don't make insta-day like on Hermitcraft.
Mhm.
So what Hermitcraft just goes, if you've been in a bed long enough, set it time set day.
Mhm.
That's, what Zoomavoid's video tells us.
Yeah.
My command block's somewhere well under me here. In an impossible to get to room from survival.
Now I have 7 ingots.
Which way did I go? Which way did I go? My command block says if it's been long enough, which is really just a little after it would have to, basically 1 clock setting, 1/2 a second after it would have turned day if no one else is logged on.
Mhm.
It just goes, okay, let's start fast forwarding it. 500 ticks every pulse, which is about 1/2 a second. Which is
Mhm.
why you see every 1/2 a second when someone else is sleeping, the time iterate.
Stars shift in a way that would cause
Hmm?
issues in the real world. The stars shift in a way that should cause huge issues.
So we're gonna have to. What potions do I have in? Have the speeding queue?
You're in front of me, and now you disappeared.
Huh? I
You're in front
saw
of me.
you.
You're in a potion
I'm in
room.
my little room.
You had a little room.
What?
I didn't know this had a little room.
And nothing should be able to walk through that door.
This half
Ow!
cells
Nothing one higher than 1. So careful about a angry child pigman. Yes, I have a nice little room here to deal with silly things. You can see the 3 potions I like, though I like having one of these on my person. I don't usually drink it, the instant health too, in case things get a little bit interesting.
don't really need the night vision if you just set the in-game brightness a bit higher.
Yes, I do. Doesn't really go that high. Much nicer when I can just see everything. I have speed. I have fire resist. I mean, I could set it a little higher for streaming purposes. That's a separate question. Not perfect. Also depends on your monitor significantly.
Hmm.
I think you might be more correct in 1.9. They're doing away with the fog
Okay.
in the nether.
The nether in general seems brighter.
Well, there is always light. And I don't usually have problems outside of... I should set it brighter just so better. Try that setting and see how it goes. That game. I don't know. It's trying to balance it dark. It should be dark with, whatever your monitor setting is. Fire resistance speed, I need it for night vision. But if you're keeping up with me, you should probably have the fire resist, because I just drink that as soon as I run into... Well, I usually just drink O3 and wander around. And the reason for that is the fire resist makes the blazes, a non-issue. And the swiftness just lets me get around quicker. It not...
Because that's water, not awkward potion.
What did I put in? Sugar? Because it says mundane. Means I messed up. Okay, well. I have a few bottles to ditch. Started as water, but it wasn't any longer water. Which means I think I derped and put sugar in and it just became a mundane potion.
Well,
I don't have a use for a mundane potion except maybe to set up zombie villagers by adding the next ingredient. Oops, that doesn't do me any good. Water. This is my problem for talking and trying to do this at the same time, you know? Netherwort, golden carrot, redstone. Okay. Not gonna worry about the loss of sugar. Or netherwort. Or redstone. Carrots would be a little unfortunate. See, gold. For now. Okay. So, we have 8 minutes worth right now. And we'll come back and get a couple of doses once that's done. Yeah, so we have nothing fancy here. I mean, I've been clearing out some of the surrounding matrix so we can more easily get to these guys. 4 bits of coal already. Did you hit me? I've been meaning forever to make like a blaze spawner out of this. I don't know who put the cobble there, but you know, I opened up the room so I could just grind them out if I cared. But I was meaning to actually make something more useful. As I said, I don't know who put the cobble there. All I know is I had a piece of granite with a torch to indicate this away. Someone stole the torch. I don't think it was me. I mean, it does reduce spawns, so, you know, reducing it to just the granite's not the most evil thing in the world. And yeah, fire resist potions I find so hard while doing this. Seem to have an excess of huge magma creep.
Why don't you want that stone sword?
Stone sword. I can't get rid of ever?
Some torches are over here. I'm gonna put a few torches here.
But near the other spawner?
Yeah.
The ones trying to stop the spawner from activating. I'm not sure if I have enough or not, actually. Because there's always a blaze here, but I'm not sure if they're the natural spawn ones. Yeah, so I've opened it up a bunch. I think you've done a little bit.
Eric probably did more.
I think he's been in here so much. Particularly not when I saw the, change. Apparently I'm going down. Four hearts and a half. There we go. food would help that problem. As in actually eating the food.
No skulls yet, but I did get another 7 magma creams.
Yeah, as I said, keeping your fire resist build, not a problem. Yeah, we have the blaze spawner up there. We have a hallway up here.
Usually use Fortress 1. I'm not very familiar with this one.
Have another magma cream here. Well, most of the space is this opened area, which is nice because you can see across the whole thing. And most of it, not on these. Here it's like only where you see the brick.
Yeah.
But these intersections, it's like something 5 out from the edge where even the skellies can spawn. So it's like right here is technically part of the fortress. So I'm not just increasing possible, pack spawn, but I am increasing skelly spawn. Ideally, you make multiple levels of them. And then slab everything else so these guys can't spawn outside of your area. But that's a lot of slabbing, because go around this way. All over top of the fortress is this flat. Worth coming here every now and then. Sometimes skellies can't find them as hanging out up here. This is part of the fortress. Not done much to make it accessible, but you know. Don't know where you ran off to.
Yeah, I don't know where you ran off to.
The well room right now.
Well,
I see a name tag. What? Glitch on my monitor?
now I'm in the central area again.
Okay, I see you. Running the wrong way.
Alright, I see pigs.
Hmm?
It's like, well, I don't see you. I see pigs. There you are.
Ah, and just in time. Can I get you?
Stone sword, though. Another over here.
Yeah, stone swords get annoying. I have a fully repaired one from one of them. Fully repaired stone sword for sale. Need one?
Very mindful skeleton.
No, then there's like 2 of these long passages away. I do like going down them because it helps reset spawns elsewhere in the... Why is my video not smooth? So it says Google.
Yeah, it's a bit jerky.
The problem is, I mean, the only thing I can think is our VoIP call now.
They announced that they're making the next version of Chrome with less.
Less would be good, but
I realized I don't have my sound on. Oh.
I like playing the game with sound. I don't usually have music going, because I usually have external music going, We're not really listening to anything today because I need to find a good way for just background music that's not going to hit licensing nightmares.
I mean, I like
I'm at
doing
the hiding room.
mindless. I'm playing alone. I like to more usually watch TV and do particularly mindless jobs. Or when I'm
Sometimes
doing a
it's...
particularly mindless job, I like to watch TV.
Well, it depends. Sometimes it's TV or YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube, because I don't have...
Oh yeah, Netflix is what I
Yeah. Um... Yeah, if it gets worse, do let us know in stream. It seems to be functioning, maybe a little behind. I can reload my page, I guess. Pause it, I guess. But it's not giving me quite enough detail, and it seems to be going. I just saw, red single there. It says no drop frames from my point of view. OBS streaming out.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure what to make of that. Will experience buffering. I'm not experiencing. Oh well. I would expect drop frames. Like, I'm not sending enough data. It seems to be thinking I'm doing okay from my side. I don't know. Fairly low quality anyway. I was. Well, we just made night vision. I was doing the usual try to keep the potions in stock. Always a trick. Just did the night vision, so we just need one of those, and we can put the other 8 away.
I like hearing the angry ghasts. I'm doing too much high wire glassing so that I don't need to worry about them today to like hearing them.
Oh, ghasts can be annoying. At some level, I like having audio going for sounds, although I do frequently, lower the volume on specific things. But, I like hearing the mobs around me. Not necessarily the passive mobs around me. If you're in a village, that can get old very fast. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple of night visions with me, a couple of swiftness with me, a couple of fire resists with me. That should deal with a little bit of time. You back out fighting?
Yep.
While I'm looking at settings and trying to see why it says there's a problem today. It does feel a little more lagged than it was.
Almost at the level I was at before my first
Paul?
explorations in gravity.
Minecraft does have gravity. Hello, the new people to our stream today.
I thought blocks don't fall. I guess I'm gravel.
So, waiting. You seem to have run out of skellies.
Took down a bunch while you were playing with potions, but no skulls. 2 stone swords.
Yeah, they're not nearly as rare. You know the other entrance into this, too.
Mhm.
I don't know where you ran off to.
I don't know where your stream is.
The stream's about 30 seconds behind.
I saw you walk by me, though.
I would use name tags for in-game. I didn't play the game.
Nice. I don't see your name tag, so I'm trying to use your stream as the location to where you were a bit ago. Stone
in
sword.
one of the... I'm just outside that main entrance area. You know, the hidey hole in entrance opens up onto an enclosed larger room because I destroyed the middle walls. There you are. No, if you go this way and back around here, I had a way up from below, but someone decided that was not necessary. Not sure why. It just doesn't make sense why you care to block it off.
Well,
The more annoying mobs are already in here. You might have saw the other side of this door.
Yes. Back to the Guardian.
No, it's like the actual spot for that portal by the math is like 2 blocks this way. Like, I'm not dealing with this. And the actual fortress ends right here. So the little bit of the path here is flabbed. Like, I know where I am.
Sorry about that. Loud.
Probably did get picked up. Hopefully you watching get some join and leave. Hopefully you can hear us. I am wondering what's going on with stream quality. If I really must, I'll restart it. Makes the recordings odd. Since they don't know how to rejoin them again. Well, I know how to get more spawns.
Kill pigs.
Exactly.
Not for killing pigs.
We just do something like that. And spawn should increase nicely. Getting them to despawn here is a little hard, although I can show you my alternate to your gold farm. A little safer than being in here with them angry at you. See, we already got to know with their Scully. Some coal. Because we've obviously been naughty. Way. No, maybe I just bumped the bitrate of the video a tad more than it likes? I don't know. When the potion runs out, I might restart the stream just to see if I can't convince it to be happier. Anyone watching it should start up again. It's just if you're on the pre-recording. I mean, it's just if you're playing back the recording.
Recordings.
Yeah, it'll be plural. That's the odd part. Even though it's really one. Well, that or I have to do more work. Food. Food is a good idea. He's obviously not angry at me. Hasn't figured out to be yet. Take your pick.
So what I don't figure out, what I'm not sure about in the gold farm design is how new spawns know to be angry at you if you only hit one.
As soon as any get hurt, and they think it's related to a player, which includes that cactus, the others around get angry again.
So why does the cactus take aggro?
Because they're already aggro. Basically, they get hurt and they're aggro, so it copies the aggro to any in range.
Okay.
It feels like a bug.
A little bit.
And the abuse of the bug makes it more feel like a bug. How's that for the answer?
Sounds right, question.
Yeah, I did repair my armor yesterday. That was a good idea.
So I looked up quickly and I saw a design for item elevators that use droppers that are only powered by torches alternating up a line. I thought that seemed easy enough. So I had that going, except apparently you can't do 2 droppers followed by a dispenser on only 2. Because the tower ends the wrong way, and you would end up needing to power the dispenser as well. So
I don't know. What are we talking about? The one at the...
yeah.
I did it simpler. I was thinking a simpler design. I will need to look at what you did, but... So I was thinking more like what I did in the amusement park, which is there is an elevator, but it doesn't worry that it's only, it only worries about moving any item up 1 interval. It sort of does 2, but that's a weirdness of how the 1 signal works. Because I don't mind, multiple carts stuck in the elevator, as long as 1 comes out every click. If you're talking about the carts.
Yeah, well.
There's other places where I want the items to all flow through and not get stuck. And certainly that's what is going on, in the chicken farm or in the pumpkin farm. I mean, 1 item might be stuck, but not everything. I find odd numbers aren't really that bad, but it does usually mean 1 item is stuck at the top.
And I specifically needed an odd number to get it to go into the dropper, right? The dispenser, rather.
Well, the advantage of what I did was the dispenser was just powered one click with all the droppers. That's what's going on at the ones on. So everything goes up 1 or 2 because of other reasons. But, one cart comes out. The next one feeds in from storage. And we don't, and there's really just a backlog in the bottom drop. Which is just fine for you get 1 cart every time you need one.
Mhm.
And it means every floor of the amusement park has at least, 12 or carts hanging around. A little more. There's the 9 plus 5 plus 1 or 2 dropper dispenser. And those get to hang out. And then there's like a single chest full of carts down at the bottom.
So how many beacons are you hoping for?
Eventually?
Yeah.
Or today?
One or the other.
I don't know. Right now, we might be going for a skull.
I've got 1.
Ah. 1/3 of the way there. I would like the ability to have at the Ocean Monument a beacon. I think I'm going to need 2 beacons to cover my base area there. Even just with 1 effect total. I'm not as into the needing the whole 6 beacons everywhere thing. It's usually specific buffs I'm looking.
And it's nice for the projects I've been doing in my own base.
Well, as I said, it's specific buffs, not always the same buff. I could see wanting 2. Maybe 3 if we regen and not a full buff with it. But certainly I'm going to want, while we're mining out the monument, haste. And while we're actually building something, I'm going to want jump boost. While we're building something, I don't necessarily want haste, though. It has a nasty habit of taking out walls. There's some gold.
I have about 10. I have 4 more ingots worth right now.
I have 2 ingots. Plus some number of nuggets.
Hearing a lot more angry pigs than I'm seeing.
Yeah, they don't flood in here too well. Which is why I'm not that fearful of hitting them. You might remember from your other adventure. A large plane next to that rail you made in the nether? I don't think I have time for a faction server, really. The idea sounds great, except you always have to be online. Well, sometimes we certainly do that.
I don't know what a faction server is. That can be.
I'm not 100% of the details, but effectively you'll join groups on the server, which then can battle and beef each other, and your group is... It does allow for better, fully public servers.
Hmm.
Where I have the whitelist so I can prevent random person who just wants to make our day miserable from getting on. I was half thinking, though I really want to do it outside of stream first, is to go to some of the minigame servers.
Hmm.
Since those are a little more contained. Going to die in a second?
I'm good.
But no, I really haven't played factions to have all the details. And as I said, I understand, but it's not really what I'm looking for. Towny, I admit, sounds more interesting.
It's Tony.
Basically you make towns. And, you know, if you're not part of the town, you can't really build anything in the town. So the town, you know, so there is some protection. But, you know, at times you can have battles. But, you know, only when the server says it's time for a battle. So on your plots of land in the town, you can be fairly sure nothing's going to explode unexpectedly. So slow without the speed. Okay, I'm going to go to the safe room for a second and restart the stream. Whoever's watching, it's not going away yet. It's just going to blank out for a second. I'm hoping this lets me fix the bandwidth. But if it's complaining about bandwidth, I have to lower the bandwidth, and I can't do that without restarting OBS. So, hopefully I'll be right back, and you will see me again. And hopefully, welcome back. We do seem to be live again. It says the health is good again. We will see how it goes. I mean, all I can think is it got confused when I added, you know, when my bandwidth increased. Or my ISP is just having a problem. Who knows? Obviously, quite a bit is going over the internet to get this done. Between the server and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At some point I have to refill my lake in a chest here. Of course, everyone left.
That's true.
Everyone
Yeah,
being the one person beside you. And the people trying to get me to go onto their own server.
Alright, I got rid of what sounded like the angry pigs on top of the fortress, so maybe that'll help with spawn raids.
Maybe. I'm just repotioning, you know, typical.
I'm as interested in gold as I am in skulls, if not more interested in gold. So,
Whatever.
no complaint in killing pigs.
Did you disconnect?
Nope.
Why does it say watching now 0?
Not 2. So, one of these numbers, I got it saying that 2 people are watching, and I am watching, so I believe that these numbers are incorrect.
Now it went to 2. Oh no. I unlike and it went to orange on stream health. Be interesting to know what it sounds like, but I can't do that live. It would be confusing. Yeah, or maybe Google's just having trouble with their system. No help from me needed. It wouldn't be the first time.
It is a new service.
Sort of. They've had live streams for over a year, though. And the gaming thing is new, yes, but my knowledge, just using whatever.
One in front of me and it despawned while I was running over.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot in here. Ooh, we're up to 2.
3.
You have a third?
I just got a second.
Ah. So maybe we finally hit that lucky point. So when they actually drop skulls. I'm not sure if it's deliberate or just, feels that way, but they really do feel clustered, don't they? Like you get a bunch, and then you get to wander the halls a bunch. I don't know. I seem to do most of this like while Tango's streaming.
Yeah. Or, some other distraction.
Well, but I have to really be looking at the screen for this, because otherwise they just come attack. So at least we can get the beacon. And these potions run out.
Another 40 magma creams. And another 40 magma creams. And I'm only slightly exaggerating. It's only half that.
They're angry at me. Not helping that I attack anytime I think they're angry at me. No, they must be angry at you. Despite me actively attacking them. No, I have 3 gold ingots and almost a stack of nuggets right now. Which means I almost have a stack of ingots from nuggets. Actually, I don't know where I was. I was close, but then I made a stack of carrots. So I'm good both at my base and here. Oh, it's a relatively new service. I think they need to work on its infrastructure a little more. Like, too many games, don't allow you. Don't really know what the answer for Minecraft is. To use their music. So there is a large demand for music that can be played, possibly in a for pay stream, but even if not, And Twitch's answer was just to make a service that acts like an internet radio that can be played in the background.
Yeah.
YouTube has many songs that you can put onto your video. So you can use this whole slew of songs, and you can even put some on if we want, but there's no good way to stream it. Random chicken.
I killed the child on top of it.
As opposed to the other day where I saw the random remains of a chicken. Like, I think the chicken must have gone into a fire.
No, in that case, I'd killed the child and the kitchen. Child and the chicken at the same time. Those times I was responsible. I guess I just attract lucky pigmen.
But, it feels like they need to come up with that music service. And I see some people who have stuff, but a lot of it's Creative Commons. Please put this description in your, put this in the description of your video. And that's great if it's one special song you want in the mix. Starts losing practicality when it's a whole playlist. And you don't even know when they're going to be playing.
Well, clearly you're not allowed to shuffle your music. You need to pick painstakingly each album that's going to play during your stream.
Well, that's the problem. And there's stuff you could shuffle. But I'd have to painstakingly go through it and say, does this match what I want to hear? Somehow I have not managed to do that yet. Oh, it's like I have some interesting tracks we could do up. Except that pig's on me. I forgot where that window went.
Pigs on the farm I was volunteering on were not pleasant.
Hmm?
The pigs on the farm I was volunteering on not pleasant.
Compared to the pigmen.
After
you've angered them.
There's one day where we're just sitting in the yard and doing some relatively easy work that requires sitting at a table, carding wool if it helps you at all. But and what?
It does in that I know what it is, but
okay, we were carding wool and just laughing and joking around, and we look over and there's a pig in the corner of the courtyard. Like, oh, that's interesting. They're supposed to be in a pen.
I don't think so.
So we go look, and apparently the way their pen works, basically one of the walls is kept up by tires, and if they push on the tire enough, apparently they can slip out. And there's 3 of them.
Someone figured it out, yeah.
Yeah, so we start corralling them back towards their pen, and one of the reasons why pigs are kept differently than sheep or cows is because you can't actually corral pigs. Like, I was watching it with the llamas and the cows. Like, there's a mentality where if one of them goes in a direction, the rest will think, oh, that's where I should be. I'll just go. So it's, pretty easy to, get a lot of them in one place at once. Pigs do not work that way. Pigs will willfully go away from where you're trying to get them to go. And we spend about half an hour trying to get them in there. Eventually, two of them are in the pen. One of them's just outside the pen. And anytime we try and get him, to go in through the entrance, one of the other ones gets curious as to what we're doing and blocks him from getting in. We're stuck in this situation in like 15 minutes.
Well, you should be used to that.
And then
Not with
Manfred,
mobs in this game.
after about 15 minutes of this, Manfred, who owns the farm, comes home because he had a day job, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And as soon as the pig sees Manfred, he just walks in. And then so for the whole time he was like, "What was so hard about this?"
They've been taught in that case, one way or the other.
I think Manfred means food, and the food slop bin was in the pen.
They said one way or the other. Stream is picking it up, but some odd sound in the background of your audio.
All I hear is the game, but I have headphones on.
Who knows? Maybe it's that. If it's a low-aid pigman. As I said. Very soft.
I'm outside the fortress right now trying to do crowd control on the pigs so that more spawn inside.
I see a pig inside. I see a regular skelly. See a small magma cube. These aren't very useful. They do not drop the cream. No. Oh no. Maybe I said this earlier in the stream, but I don't think you were present yet. Vaguely thinking of doing this just in general Tuesdays on this server. So a stream. We'll see. It can fluctuate. There are other things I want to stream, but they require me to finish setup first. Like I would like to set up a set of mods to run on a stream for a playtest, but you have to set up the mods before you can. And it's not there yet.
On general, Tuesdays work for me playing with you. No, I mean, obviously, we'll see what it's like when I actually find a job again.
Yeah, but hopefully by 8-9 p.m.
Yeah, but
a few hours, not ever.
But Elise's schedule is to have a early class on Wednesday, so she's going to want to stay at her school on Tuesdays.
Okay.
Which is not my apartment.
Oh. Fine. Sorry, one of the little ones being particularly annoying. Must be lagging just a little bit, which is being a very bad thing right now. See,
lately I've collected so much more coal from from them
I would
than
like
from actually
food.
mining.
I would actually like food. I did manage it. Good. I'd like not lagging too. 'Cause I think that was the skull. Why? because it means they find themselves closer to me than I think they are. And that proves possibly deadly. You know, they've hit you 5 times. You just don't know it yet.
Surprise.
Hmm?
Surprise.
Hmm.
Interesting if you could get a list of watching users. Not that you necessarily need to be registered on.
1, you don't have to be registered. 2, I don't know.
It would be interesting if we could see the number of users and be sure that they weren't you or me.
Well, I'm sure it's not me, because I go to 0 when I start. From this screen. If I go to a different screen, obviously. Because I'm on the live stream overview page.
Okay.
Which is part of your creator studio. If you press that on your icon in the top right. If you're on YouTube proper. If you're on the gaming site, I don't know where they moved it.
On YouTube, but
I think there's an upload button there, which sends you to the page. Or a start. Hmm? I mean, I've seen it because I've looked at the site proper, but I'm not, you know, not on it when streaming because it just sends you to the YouTube live streaming. Tells you a URL to send it to, although that's built into OBS. And when I press start in OBS, it starts. I have some gold swords.
I have several of those.
Potion just went out. I have 2 skulls.
I have 2 skulls. I have about 3 stacks of nuggets.
2 stacks, and I'm leaving stuff on the floor. Stacks and 1 nugget. And 1 less, you know, useless. Maybe I should add a trash bin to this room. Hello.
I guess the question is, how much rotten flesh do you think you need?
I try to keep it. It becomes diamond armor. After I visit.
Right.
Hmm?
Is it a cleric followed by an armor?
Yeah. Sometimes pickaxes, the diamond ones. Water bottles. Water bottles. I did a good job of Jensen. Yeah, I'm going to my... Well, if you toss me a skull or follow me, we can go deal with that. Should be soul sand on the way. And an army ready to attack us.
And I definitely keep soul sand in that chest right there.
Yeah, and I've added a couple attacks. The army ready to attack us is the interesting part.
That was my contribution to the wither spot, putting a chest down, filling it with souls, or putting in a little bit of soul sand.
I think I doubled it at some point.
I put that in the 4th time I forgot to bring soul sand. With me.
Pigs all around. Well, I hear them angry, but... Ah, here's one. I haven't been seeing many contestants. I'm not as worried about losing the rotten flesh as the gold, though.
I didn't really care about gold until doing a
Well,
lot of.
I'm that way.
Me. Oh, I think Eric initially started trying to go up here, but I guess he hit something he didn't like.
It can be hard to find sometimes the right pattern, unless he was using a pre-known coordinate. Apparently, the ceiling, ceiling bedrock is the same on all maps.
Oh.
Excuse me a second. I want to get rid of a few things. Is that it? Okay. Already got rid of my stone swords. Oh. Hello. There we go. Quick TD killing of a ribbon.
I got it.
Good. Okay, and the other one will live. I'm off to my storage room because my inventory's full.
Mine kind of is too. I can make the beacon and meet you at the.
And I'm just going to the farm, you know, the Guardian farm after that. Not where I want the beacon. We're probably out.
Yeah, there was some lag. There was a pigman in front of me, and then it was you.
And then I was on fire, which was the bigger problem, because I really couldn't see anything.
First, I thought I saw
This
a
is a
pigman,
problem.
and then I hit you, and I swear that's not fat shaming. I'm sorry.
This is becoming a problem.
You need help? I just ran away.
I'm trying to.
Okay, you seem okay.
I don't know, I only have a heart and a half. You are not invited. Okay. Did I say not invited? Oh, how the glass didn't break, but I'm not asking. Usually they do a great job. I still had the strength boost from in the nether. Hello. Please load. Yes, I do frequently turn rotten flesh to emeralds. Emeralds into useful things that require less mining for diamonds.
So, all told, today's adventures turned into 3 blocks of gold, 5 ingots, and 6 nuggets.
Oops. Chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stacks of nuggets, plus 11, almost a stack of ingots, plus 57 ingots. I'm not doing too bad. So I should be good for whenever I make the rails for the... Okay, I need a quick break, but I shall be right back, folks. And in the meantime, a little bit of music. And we're not going anywhere yet. At least I'm not. Okay, and back. Sorry for that. So what was I doing? I was getting rid of all interesting, useless things in my inventory. Like empty bottles, and apparently I'm collecting extras. Bones, which might be going on the floor again. We do have a skelly farm, by the way, so this is my junk chest, and as you can see, I get quite a collection. I'm always using bones from here, too. It's not like I go to the skelly farm when I'm around here to pick up bones or arrows. Arrows, of course, you get the skelly farm, and then you always get infinity. And then you don't need arrows. It makes... I think the point of the skelly farm is to get infinity. Well, that and the XP, but... we check your sound again, Sean? Want to check level? Level gone. Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna fix your... Now you should be fixed.
Am I fixed?
Yeah. You're loud,
Okay.
but I don't know when it broke.
So I took all the prismarine crystals that we had collected during all of the draining and made 5 lanterns.
Okay. I've already mined more out of the wall.
It seems like it'd be easier to just take the top layer off and see what we expose.
Yeah, I was finding not as useful. I was sort of doing that.
Oh, do I need silk touch? My silk touch disappeared during one of my falls. Is it just the lanterns that won't be
Just
right?
the lanterns.
Right, I can just let you. I have a shovel.
Did we de-aggro pigs?
They didn't seem annoyed. You'd have to tell me.
Well, given my last experience, they'll be annoyed for the next week.
They're actually angry at you. I didn't see any.
Seems to be an unusual amount of them.
There's a cave under our ocean. I mean, I know there's a cave somewhere under the ocean, but I'm hearing one.
Well, I don't know. I know there was one right under that monument that I already entered, like, while exploring it. I don't know. Not sure how much longer I'm streaming.
Look, you drained top layer of what you can walk around at least.
Yeah, we... Down. Down. Definitely down. That was not intended.
I missed it in the real game, so now I'm just waiting a few seconds on the stream. And... there.
Yeah, we can probably just that. The question is, can we put a beacon here? For now. Probably. And yes, we can recollect the sponges. I'm on my...
I'm just gonna leave the lanterns for you. Oh no, I do they break like glass, right? Doesn't actually
Yeah.
matter what tool you use so long as you have silk touch.
Okay. Something minor has come up, so I'm gonna have to end the stream here, but hopefully next time. As I said, I hope to do this Tuesdays.